Hi, my name is Heather Mist, and this is the 5th video in the Healing 101 series. This is the final official video of the series, and I want to invite you to kind of fine-tune what we've done already and to give you some more ideas about how I conceptualize healing and what I think about when I think about healing, and to give you some more tips, practices, and ideas about what to do with healing and how you can use it. So the first thing is I just want to go over a few pieces that really have helped me in my healing journey. One is trusting. Like, how can I trust this energy in my system that almost feels like falling in, or feels like what happens if I go there? Like I might disappear. That's been the hardest part for me, is just trusting it. So I'm just inviting you, trust it. See what happens when you trust it. See what magic opens up. The second piece I really want to invite in is play. If you start to be doing a healing session and you're getting very serious, I invite you just to smile or to sort of laugh at yourself in that you are being a little too rigid or strict or tense about something that is meant to be opening and freeing and exuberant. So, and even throughout your day, the homework for this video is going to be just smiling throughout your day and seeing how it might change things, right? If you're at the counter ordering a sandwich and you're like, well, I want a turkey sandwich, right? It's going to be a different experience. And if you're like, hi, I'd love a turkey sandwich, it's just a different thing. Thanksgiving is tomorrow here in the States. So perhaps I'm thinking about turkey. Also, the other piece is integration is going to be a part of this journey. And that's why I say to heal yourself and to work on yourself first. Because when you start to notice, oh, this healing session didn't go as well as I want it to go, and the tendency is to want to blame the client, right? Is to want to blame the other person, to want to say, oh, they messed up. I really invite you to look inside, because whatever we're experiencing in the world outside of us, there's always something going on in us that has us, that is being reflected outside. So just look inside and ask, what's going on here? What am I needing? What am I not doing for myself? Because when we're doing energy healing sessions on other people and we're out of whack, or we're needing attention, or we're needing care and love, then we can't be very effective. And we end up sort of pushing mental energy out into the world instead of trusting and allowing this beautiful life force to move through us. And they're very different experiences. And the only way to tell the difference is with practice and asking for support and asking for feedback from people, right? Maybe you have a energy work buddy that you sit with and you say, okay, how does that feel? Right? How does this feel? What's this like for you? And you get to fine tune together what works. And the reason it's nice to have another person is because they can give you feedback that you can't quite give yourself. Because you might be having this whole amazing mystical experience, but if you're not in your body, they might be experiencing nothing. So just getting curious and being open to receiving that kind of feedback takes a little work, takes a little self-work, takes a little self-love to be able to say, I love myself, and I'm willing to hear back what I'm really doing, rather than trying to pretend like I'm already the guru. And I'm going to admit to you that I came into this work with this belief that I would just have to show up, like stand in and call myself a healer, and that there would be hordes of people flooding to see me because I was so amazing, right? I had a total Jesus complex. A lot of us have Jesus complexes. That's okay. That's normal. However, I've had to humble myself greatly, or let the universe humble me and show me where I really am in the world. And not that it's bad. I'm a great being. I'm a great human. I really like myself and I love myself. And that's not bullshit. It's just so. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still figuring out what all this is. And it's exciting. And the more I get to enjoy the journey and just be in the journey of it, the more power my healing has. So, yeah, I mean, I get that it's cliche to say, just enjoy the journey. But it's true. So whatever's in the way of that, whatever's in the way of you just being here in this moment, you could even tap into what is that? Right? And playing with it. Like, what is it right now that's in my way of just being with Heather, watching this video instead of being on my phone and drinking? What's happening? I got stuff to do. Really important, right? That's my thing. Excuse me. I think I'm very important and I have 12,000 things to do, so I can't just be doing the one thing I'm doing. It's also a safety thing, right? It's a security thing that happens for me. Like, I feel like I'm unsafe if I'm just doing one thing because I might be missing something. And yeah, when we start to do just one thing, we do miss some things sometimes, but we don't miss ourselves. And isn't that the most important thing? So, good work. You're already settling into a little bit. You can feel that. And so we need to open a dialogue with ourselves, with those smaller, younger parts of ourselves that are stuck in some trauma cycle or stuck in a fear. So if you're not here right now, ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Just ask your gut really authentically, what am I afraid of? Being alone, not getting attention, not being loved. It's going to be something very simple. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we have to start to learn how to give ourselves the love that we're craving. You know, I love you. I love you. I love you, letting our whole system know that it's loved and that it's worthy of love and that it's powerful. That you're powerful. So we've gone through trust and play and integration, right? So we start to talk to the various parts of ourselves as the adult, not necessarily going into giving the power over to the younger self, but sometimes we need to have a temper tantrum. Sometimes we need to scream. Sometimes we need to play just like a little kid in a sandbox or make a mess. That's okay. This life is messy, right? If you think being a healer is going to be this very tidy, like organized process, not true. You know, I did put some makeup on and put some earrings in before I got on this video. But do you see how crazy my hair is getting just by doing these videos? Like, it's just not a tidy process. Inviting in the greatest power known in the universe to our bodies. Not tidy. And if you see inside that you're a mess, that's great. It means you're on the right track. There's nothing to change about it. You just get to love the mess that you are. And then somehow the mess starts to maybe sometimes in some ways organize itself without us even looking. So talk to yourself. Talk to you. You are your own best friend. Take that on. Marry yourself if you want to. Whatever needs to happen to get you into a greater connection with you. Because we can only take our clients and our patients and the people that we are here to heal as far as we've gone. So we really need to invest in getting to know ourselves and to ask for support in that, because we are also interdependent. What does that mean? We are individual, but we're the same. We are one, but we are interdependent. What? Yeah, these are the mysteries. These are the mysteries of all of this. Being a human in 3D and a soul. And part of this cosmic reality. It's wild. It's wild. And I'm just inviting you to jump into how wild it is and to enjoy yourself. So play more. Like if you started playing and then you got to the integration thing and you're like, oh, inner children and I'm broken and it's pieces and trauma. Yeah. And then smile. See what happens. See what opens up. See what fun you can have with that. Because it's all of us. I get that you're hurt. I get it. I'm sorry. Not trying to deny any part of your pain. And I want you to find your way through it. And the only way for you to find your way through it is for someone to say, yes, that happened, but there's more to life. And you have to let that go in order to get where you want to go, in order to do what you really came here to do. And it will always be a part of you. It's not like letting it go means it disappears forever and ever, and then you aren't a traumatized person or have an experienced trauma or can't use that with other people to support them. Of course you can. It's part of why you want to be a healer, is because you've experienced hard things. And if you can see who you are through that, looking through that filter at the truth of yourself, you will have a much better time in this life and a much better time at sharing your work and your heart with others. Promise. And then the last piece I think I want to invite for you is to try things, right? If you want to try, like, ooh, what does incense do when I burn it? How does that feel? Oh, that's nice. Or if you want to bring in some essential oils, like put a little bit on your finger and put it on your client's forehead. What happens? Oh, do they like that? Good. And if you're feeling really called to do a specific program, like you're like, oh, I really want to do acupuncture, but Heather says that shit's bullshit. I didn't say that. I just said I like to listen to the wisdom of my heart and trust that, and that's not the modality that's called to me. Rocks. This is a rose quartz crystal. It's very pretty. Try these. You can put them on someone's heart, put them on your own heart. How does it feel? You can send energy to it and then have it be a symbol for a client. If it helps to have a physical thing in your hands while you're working on someone. This is the representation of them in their field. Cool. Or if you just want to receive from it, or if you want to imagine this crystal and then send that energy out to your clients, like love and peace that maybe you get off the crystal, that you learn from the crystal. Play. Maybe you have tarot cards. I didn't even realize all these things were sitting right here on my table to show you. Maybe you want to pull a card. Ooh, that's my life card. How cool. So that's great. Play. Play. This is not serious. See what works. See what doesn't work. And then when you feel ready to start taking on clients, I invite you to call me or contact me. And we can do a session where you work on me. And then I can give you the go-ahead. And it's not scary, I promise. I'm very open. And I can help you get better at what you're doing and what you're up to. So many blessings on your journey, dear healer, and just know that you have this. This is your birthright. This is innate in you. And all you have to do is smile a little bit more. And I promise it will get easier and easier and easier. And the more you practice on yourself and love yourself. Like 5 minutes of laying on your hands on yourself is going to do much better for you than 3 hours of television. And I'm not saying don't watch 3 hours of television. I'm saying do this too. Okay? You're beautiful. And thank you so much for inviting me into your journey as a healer and allowing me to support you. I'm so excited to know you. So your homework, again, is just to smile and enjoy yourself. How much more can you enjoy yourself? I can't wait for you to find out. Be well.